Hello Gemini, this is EJ with your reading from August 25th through the 31st of 2025. We start out with the Knight of Wands, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius energy. It's adventure, it's it's excitement, it could be a relocation because this is my moving house, but it's on the go, right? You're doing things, you're busy. It could be travel for some of you. It could be that you're starting your own business or you're changing jobs. It's been a long journey and it's time for action. I see a lot of action going on here. Again, I just see that you're busy. There's something going on where you're busy. Now, it depends on the next card. We will get more information. All right, Spirit, what else do we have for Gemini? August 25th through the 31st. August 25th through the 31st. What does Gemini need to know? Wow, the 9 of Coins. So it could be that you might be, there could be a job opportunity here with the 9 of Pentacles, because this is excitement, right? It's movement. Like I said, it could be you starting a business or changing jobs, something that allows you to elevate in your life and in your situation. So if you kind of been in the dumps or not, just paycheck to paycheck, I feel like you're going to move out of that energy soon enough with the 9 of Wands and the 9 of Pentacles. Because again, with the 9 of Pentacles, this is all about moving into a time of really being financially independent, and really having a lot of happiness and success. It's a very positive change when it comes to your finances, to the point where you're no longer worried, right? So there's a lot of energy here. There's a lot of it's fast moving energy again. And so I do feel for a lot of us Geminis, things are going to start to change for the better. So, again, to have that financial security here, and again, just really being able to move to the next level in your career or your business or your situation, right? But it's definitely you're going to be moving into a time of having that stability. All right, Spirit, what else for Gemini? What else for Gemini, please? What else for Gemini, please? What else for Gemini? I feel like some of you might, have a lot on your mind, and I feel like it could be because of the Knight of Wands, right? Things are there's a lot of movement here, a lot of exciting things happening, that it's not allowing you to sleep. I feel like some of you are up, like your mind is just going 24/7 because you're thinking maybe the next level or this job opportunity or whatever this might be for you. You're looking to have that financial security. You're looking to have not just financial security, but you're looking to be able to have some sort of stability, right? Some sort of balance here is what I'm seeing. We have the 3 of Pentacles, and with the 3 of Pentacles, I do feel like this could be some interviews, right? So if you're interviewing here, or maybe you're teaching or selling, I do see that, because it's like building a business, it's building a network as well. But I do feel like you're showing off your work, you're showing your things, right? And I feel that if it is a business, I do feel like you are, you're selling your product or your service, whatever it might be, and you're really doing something you enjoy, and you're really moving towards achieving your goals at this time. And again, I feel like there could be some kind of interviews here. You're feeling very motivated. Your work is not going unnoticed for sure. Like, your experience or your work, whatever it is. But I do feel like, make sure to be clear, about what your expectations are, what is it that you want, especially if it's a job interview, right? And they ask like, what are your salary expectations, or what do you expect out of this position, or what have you. Be very clear about what it is that you want, what you desire. We do have the Tower. So again, I see some sort of change coming in for you, because the Tower is here, and then it's a sudden change, right? With this Tower. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. I just feel like there's going to be a big shift in especially your money. And again, I do see there's a big shift in either a business or a job, a career of some sort. because the Tower is like, okay, I need to remove you from this current situation so you can elevate to this current situation. And so there are going to be some sudden endings that, you know, maybe at the time of that, when it happens, it's not so good, right? Maybe you're being made redundant at your job or something, but there is some kind of change here. I do see a sudden change in your workplace for sure. But I do see you picking yourself back up into a better situation. All right, Spirit, what else? We'll definitely get more when we clarify. Spirit, what else do we have for Gemini, August 25th through the 31st of 2025? And it definitely does have to do with money. It does have to do with your foundation, you know, your job, how you make your money if you're not working or you have a business, or, you know, it could be a lot of different things here. It does definitely have to do that. And I do see for some of you, or some of us, right, because I'm a double Gemini, so if you're new, welcome. It could be that you need to move, right? There's just something that you're very excited about. Knight of Pentacles. See, again, I feel, again, this is all about your finances, your stability. The Knight of Pentacles is a Virgo, Capricorn, or a Taurus. And this is something that has been very slow, right? Just very slow. But all of a sudden, it's fast-moving energy because we have that Knight of Wands. So with this Knight of Pentacles, I feel like you're going to move into something more stable. I do see things, whatever it is that you like, whatever it is that you're passionate about, I see it coming to fruition as long as you're putting that work in, right? Because nothing can move, nothing can change unless you make the change. Now, the universe can make the change for you, but I feel that you need to evolve with that change. Okay, so with this Knight of Pentacles, it's all about being consistent, and with that consistent brings those rewards. It brings a steadiness. It brings a lot of things. Now, I do feel, again, things are going to start to look up for you. Like things are starting to change in a very big way here. All right, what else? Spirit for Gemini. What else for Gemini? And I do feel like you are going to move into a time of stability. And it's been a long time coming for you, is what I see here. Well, I should say for us, because again, I am a double Gemini. Ace of Swords. Yeah, I feel like this change, right? This sudden change that happens here, whether it be with your business, it definitely has to do with your money. The Ace of Swords is like, it needed to go, right? It just wasn't going to work out for you at this wherever it is you might be. So, for instance, I'll give you an example. It's a job. You've been made redundant, and at the time of that, it doesn't feel good. But it gives you clarity, and it allows you to have a fresh start, and it allows you to see the things that you don't want, right? So we don't want to go to a regular 9-to-5 where we're just paycheck to paycheck, and the environment's not good, right? So again, with this change, it's going to allow you to see with a clear lens, and then you create a new plan. And with that new plan and focus and dedication, right, being consistent, it's going to give you the success that you're looking for. It's going to bring in, it's going to allow you to move into that direction. But you have to, again, it's like something needs to come down in order for you to go up. And there's a lot of victory here, especially if there's decisions. Again, if you're interviewing, I see that you're going to be the one that they choose. And I feel like you're going to be very strategic with how you move forward. Yeah, it feels very, it's almost like I see you like saying, okay, I'm glad this happened because I really needed to get out of that situation, and I really needed to have a fresh start somewhere else. And I see that happening, but you are going to move into a time where you are going to have way more than enough for sure. What else for Gemini, please? August 25th through the 31st of 2025. What does Gemini need to know? Two of Wands. See? I love it because, and that is the center of your reading, because of this sudden change, right? And the reality of this change and the clarity that it brings to you. That two of Wands is you're like, all right, I know what I do not want in the future, right? This is like, I don't want to be in the same situation anymore. I want to be able to have the stability. I want to be able to have consistency. It's, again, and you're making the plans and you're looking ahead positively. So with this sudden change that happens, it gives you the clarity that you need, and you're able to make better plans for yourself. And I feel, again, if you are interviewing, I feel like you're like, you know what, I'm ready to move this, because I'm ready to take this opportunity, because it is going to give me a new direction. It's going to give me what I'm looking for. Okay. And again, I do see a new career path for some of you, new partnership that move you forward. Because I feel wherever you're at, there's no movement, right? It's just kind of like you're there and that's it. That's it. And it could be that it's your business, right? It could be if you have a business, it picks up, and you might have a 9 to 5, and you're like, oh, I'm ending that because I have something better. And you see that you start to make that plan to move forward, right? And to move in a new direction. So there is new partnerships, there is new plans, there is new direction here. And then we have the Star card, Aquarius energy, where again, I said earlier that things are going to balance out for you with the Star card, and it brings hope. It brings hope, and it allows you, and I love when the Star card shows up, because of, it brings inspiration, it brings hope, it brings you to a point in your situation where you're starting to see things balance out and why things happened the way that they did. And sometimes we need that. Sometimes we need something to be removed from our path so that we can see exactly where it is that we need to go. And you're definitely being guided with the Tower being here and the Star card being here. You're definitely being guided to move in a new, to move forward here. So there's a lot of hope and inspiration here. And I feel like you're really focused on, if you're made redundant, you're going to be like, oh, okay. Maybe you saw it coming and you were prepared for it, so it didn't hit you so hard. And if you're really paying attention, you can know when that's going to happen. And here it's saying, okay, well, this is happening now. Here's the world out there. And now how do I want to navigate this? How do I want to move to a time where I'm going to have more than enough and I don't have to worry about this anymore, right? Or you move into a job where you feel good. It's a career, and it's not just a 9 to 5 that you barely make paycheck to paychecks, but I feel like you need to focus on that, right? Put your energy in that and feel excited about that. Know that you will be put on the right path. You will be put on the right path, and all is going to work out in your favor, especially because the Tower's here. And the Tower's there because Spirit is saying, well, if you're not going to make the change, and we know that you deserve this over here, we're going to make that change for you. And with that Ace of Swords, that's elimination as well, right? We're going to eliminate this from your path and put you in the right direction. Yeah, this is good. This feels very good. I have chills right now. All right, Spirit, what else? What else for Gemini, please? Okay, 8 of Cups. Look at that. 8 of Cups is about movement forward. It's something that you truly desire. You want to have progress, right? You want to have something better. And that's what the 8 of Cups is. And this change, you guys, embrace it. Even though it won't feel right at that moment. Look at look where it's taking you. You are being guided to a path of great success and happiness and stability. So would you want to have that, or stay in this rut of a job that you might have, right? I know that I would rather I welcome the Tower into my situation, and I want it to crack the foundation, and I want it to move me where I'm going to be happy and excited to go. Okay, so I do see there is departure here. There is travel, there's movement, and there's a lot of progress. But again, this is something that you want because it's taking you towards this situation. Okay, and Spirit's like, okay, you know what, Gemini, let's do this. Okay, you need to leave this situation. I need to move you somewhere better because you're not appreciated. You're not happy about it, and when you're not happy, you know, what does that, what kind of energy are you putting out to your environment, right? Your home life, for you, right? How does that make you feel? All right, let's go ahead and clarify. Wow, I love this reading so far. I think that it's definitely saying a lot here with where, you know, where we're going, okay? But again, I feel like you're definitely being guided into the right direction to where you will have success and progress and movement forward. And it looks very promising. It looks very exciting. Yeah. Divine Universe, Holy Spirit, and Guardian Angels, please clarify this reading for the zodiac sign of Gemini, August 25th through the 31st, with all honesty and integrity, please. All right, this is exciting. This is really exciting. Like, I just kind of want to leave it here because even though these two cards here, you know, they look scary, they're not. It's just going to allow you to have a fresh start somewhere else, something that you truly deserve. All right, Spirit, let's clarify this Tower. Can we clarify the Tower for Gemini, August 25th through the 31st of 2025? Let's clarify this Tower for Gemini, please. Let's clarify this Tower for Gemini. Let's clarify this Tower for Gemini. Okay, we have the Magician. We have another card. And the Magician, okay, is all about you saying, I mean, look at this Magician, you guys. Look at the Magician. He's very focused and he's like, okay, let's go. Let's get this done. Let's get this party started, right? Let me move into a time that I'm going to be very successful. I'm going to be focused and just use all of what I have to move in that direction, right? So the Tower is definitely bringing you to a very positive change in your life. It's allowing you to have a new path, a new direction, new things, right? Just all the new things that's coming your way. And then we also have the Chariot, which is Cancer energy. Again, it's moving you forward, right? It's like Eight of Cups, movement forward. The Chariot is like, okay, here we are. We're gonna take control of this situation and we're gonna achieve our goals, right? You have the drive, you have the determination and the motivation. So there is something that is definitely going to end. I do see some good news at a distance, and I do see there's a lot of support that's guiding you towards your path of success and victory. There's a lot of positive outcomes. So if you're current in a struggle, know that that struggle is coming to an end. Okay, let's talk about let's talk about this Two of Wands. This Two of Wands. What is this taking us? What's this Two of Wands about for Gemini, please? The Knight of Wands. Look at that. Look at that. You're planning your move. We have the Knight of Wands here, and now we have it in the center of the reading with your Two of Wands. And that's amazing because your plan, the Two of Wands is your planning, you're looking out into the future, right? And you're like, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move in this direction towards this new opportunity that is in front of me. And the Knight of Wands is you just really taking control of that, right? Being very ambitious and really expanding your horizons with that Two of Wands, right? We're looking out into the world and we're like, okay, let's go, right? So you're really looking outside of your where you're at than where you're at, right? And there, I just see there's a lot of excitement going on here. There is. There's a lot of ambition. There's a lot of success here. It feels good. There is, again, movement of home. All right, let's talk about the Knight of Wands. What is this Knight of Wands all about, please, for Gemini? I'm going to take a quick drink here. Knight of Wands for Gemini, please. Knight of Wands for Gemini. What is this about? I feel like something is all of a sudden taking off for you. And it could be because a new opportunity, right? I mean, it could be your business. But I feel like there's just going to be sudden movement. It's fast. When this happens, it's just like boom, 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 boom. That's why there's a lot of fast moving energy here. Even though it's been a slow pace in getting here. It always happens that way, right? Like for years and years and years, you're like, or months, or you know, and months feel like years and centuries. And you're like, what is going to move me in this direction? And when is this going to happen for me? And then boom, right? It falls in your lap and it's just fast. And then it's just like boom, 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 boom. And then when you get to the end result, right when you're at where you're supposed to be, then you're like, wow, this is amazing, right? This is amazing, even though it's a lot. It's a lot, you know, when you get like on a roller coaster and you're excited and then you go down and then your stomach goes up and you know, and it's exciting, but it's scary. This is the energy right here. So we're clarifying this Knight of Wands, and we have the Six of Pentacles, and look at that. An offer is coming to you here, Gemini, that is going to move you forward. And I feel that it could be that it could be a job offer, okay? But it's a very generous offer. It's going to allow you a lot of abundance, and your current situation is you're not even going to remember it. It's like non-existent, right? You're going to have so much money. It's improving where you're going to be put in a situation where you're going to be able to help others. I love that. What about this Three of Pentacles, please? What is this Three of Pentacles all about for Gemini? What is this Three of Pentacles all about for Gemini, please? We have the Star card. Aquarius energy. Now, we have that twice, and that's crazy because, I mean, we have the Knight of Wands twice, and we have the Star card twice. And it's all about knowing that things are going to be good for you, okay? It's all about having the faith, keeping the focus, and believing that things are going to get better for you, and they are. It's a lot of favorable outcomes here, as a lot of favorable contracts here. Direction, again, you're being guided to success. You are being guided towards your success and what it is that you want. I mean, look at all the cards. It's all about your money. It's all about how you make your money. So business, maybe investments, maybe a career, a job, whatever it might be, you're going to get an opportunity that is going to either relocate you or move you in a direction to where you're not going to suffer. Okay? So I love that. All right, Spirit, what about this Nine of Pentacles for Gemini? What is this Nine of Pentacles all about for Gemini, please? I feel like you're going to recover from a lot of hurt and disappointment in your life. And again, you're not going to, it's not going to be on your mind. You're not going to forget your times, right? Because that humbles you. But it's not going to be the forefront of your mind at all once these things start to happen for you. Wow, we have the Sun card, you guys. We are clarifying the Knight of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, and we have the Sun card. Very happy. You're happy with this, right? There's a lot of happiness and success. Your situation is full of joy and happiness, and there's a lot of positive outcomes. There's a lot of positive, exciting news happening. Everything is going to start to go exactly how you want it to go, right? Wow, it's just exciting. It's just overall, there's a lot of happy energy in this reading and positivity. I love that those two combinations, and the drive. The drive is just like, wow, it's exciting, right? All right, let's talk about this Ace of Swords. What is this Ace of Swords about? Nine of Pentacles. Now we have that twice. That Ace of Swords is definitely going to, whatever is going to be eliminated from your path, is going to move you into a time of having great stability here with this Nine of Pentacles. You're going to be so happy with it because it's a lot of material wealth here that you've accomplished. That is your success. You're not going to worry about finances. You're no longer going to have to worry about, you know, that 9 to 5 of it's struggle check, paycheck to paycheck, right? And nothing is really going to be standing in your way at this point to be able to move towards what you desire and what it is that you're building here, you guys. You're building this legacy, and you're being guided to build the legacy. You're being guided to build your empire, and that's exactly what's happening here. Is that you're being guided to build your empire because look, I mean, I can't make this up. This is amazing. Wow. What about this Eight of Cups? What about this Eight of Cups, Spirit? Tower. Look at that. You have the Tower twice. So this is very strong, Gemini, that there is going to be some sudden change that is coming in, and that's going to really change everything. And it changes you to new beginnings. It's drastic. It's going to be something big, you guys. So expect it, right? Be grateful for it. Show gratitude for it now, before, you know, while it's in transitioning of happening. And it's an unexpected change. It is. It's a change in your job, in your career, in your position, and it allows you to move. It's a new environment for sure. You're moving towards somewhere better. So whatever that environment might look like for you. So if your current situation isn't something that you're happy about, there it is. Let me get one more for that Eight of Cups, please. But this is what you want. You want out of this situation. And Spirit is saying, I heard you, Gemini, and I'm going to, because you've been building your empire, because you've been working so hard, I'm going to guide you towards that success. Wow. One more, please, for that. One more. One more card for that Eight of Cups, please. Queen of Wands, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. I like the Queen of Wands because she's like very focused on what it is that she wants, right? Very independent, very confident. And I feel like that is going to be you. You're going to move into a direction where you are going to have that confidence, where you're going to shine like this sun card. This is how people are going to see you. That's how they're going to view you. And the energy that you put out, that's what you're moving towards, right? You're moving towards something very positive, something very good. And I feel like with this, you're very focused on getting those things done as that tower hits and moves you forward. There's a lot of progress here, lots of progress. What about the Knight of Pentacles? Can we get insight on this Knight of Pentacles, please, for Gemini? Knight of Pentacles. What is this about, please? Now, what I do like about the Knight of Pentacles, although it's very slow energy, it pushes you towards stability. And I love that, right? Having that solid ground, having that stability, and then you don't have any more worries. And it took a long time. I feel like it's taken a long time for this to happen. If it's not already happening, it's going to start to happen. But that's what I'm seeing here. Page of Pentacles for that Knight of Pentacles. And again, that's Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. And with this Page of Pentacles, this is, something that you're creating this life. You're creating a different life. It's okay. So it's news about something financial, right? Something about an opportunity here that has been a long time in coming. But you're going to create this life. Like you're being guided to create this empire for yourself. And this empire is full. Look at the money that's here. Look at the money. The world. Look at that. So there is a transition in where you're at, where you live, whether it's a country or state or even a city. This is definitely moving you in that direction, okay? And it's something that you want. And so Spirit is like, okay, things are going to come full circle now. And, you're going to feel very fulfilled and very, complete. It's like you completed what you want. There's closures in contracts because you come to an agreement. A new door is opening for you. You're celebrating that you're able to, again, that you've accomplished a lot of disappointment and setbacks, and again, just being in a situation where paycheck to paycheck, right? That's hard. That is so hard to do, with especially nowadays how the world is. And again, Spirit is saying you're going to build your empire, and you're going to be excited, and you're going to have a lot of success with this. But you're being guided towards this, and your focus is there, your determination is there, and there is a lot of moving pieces here. There's a lot of movement. And yeah, let's see if we can get a bonus card, Spirit. Can we get a bonus card? What else does Gemini need to know? Can you give us some more insight? What else does Gemini need to know? Oh, let me grab this card. Yep, the Full card. There it is. Spirit wants you to know, Gemini, that there's something new for you here, something new and exciting. A new exciting path is ahead for you. You're not going to work. Don't worry. be more optimistic, right? Embrace this beginning, embrace this change. And again, it might feel crappy in the beginning as you go through that change, right? Because who wants to be let go? Like nobody does. Or who wants things to like change so drastically that you don't have time to really take it in, right? But Spirit is like, look where you're going. You're moving into something new and something better, and that's what you want. Don't worry about that little thing to the side there that I needed to remove from you. I needed to remove it to you to give you the clarity that you need, to give you the life that you deserve, and move you in a direction that's more exciting and more fulfilling for you. Okay? So I hope that you enjoyed this reading. Please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. Check out the playlist up here and at the end of the video. And as always, thank you for supporting my online business where I handmake and do all the things myself. And until next time.